welcome back. We've shed some light on the situation, or at the very least on this pole. We've shed it from there down to here. But then it goes to this broken pole, which I think is more of Savidro's sabotage. However, you can actually rotate these. Did we see that already? I think I might have done that in the beginning. I can't recall. And that looks like it might go to that pole over there. Let's see. Indeed. Now I guess our goal is to get the light to the device in front of the door, which looks a lot like the one behind us at the moment. And I guess there is a way to do that using the missing pole. Or there was one. We are going to have to find another way around. Each of these telescopes actually has 3 sides, but the third side is kind of useless. I guess this one could be used to direct light from that one, if it were still there, to that one. Although you would never actually need to do that, because this is the first pole, regardless. So you have to direct the light either left or right from here. It seems that these two are connected, and the third one is just for show, I guess. In any case, we've gotten the light pointed at another one of the poles, that one over there, which has a blue marble on the top. So let's check it out. You can see the light coming from there. And that's not a useful direction. Seems that that's the non-working side. That's pointing it at another one with a green marble at the top, which seems to be all the way on the opposite side of the edge. And there is nothing on this side. I don't think you can get it to that red one, because that's not even remotely pointed at the red one. It's pointed at nothing. So let's point it at the green one and see if we can find that. It's on the other side of the island, so we're gonna have to make a little walk. Haven't actually been down this way yet, because we haven't had any reason to do so. There is one up there, but that one's yellow. And we're not actually far enough yet, because the one we were just coming from is behind the tower from this point, so I guess we need to go down here. We can go back to Adana. We're not going to, but we could. And go up on this side. That's the one we're looking for. You haven't been up on this side either. There's the light coming from. And currently it is pointing over there. Which of course means we can't see anything through that one, because it's shining into this one. And I have a feeling that that's useless. Yes. It's shining on some rocks, so we're gonna have to turn that. And now it's pointed at that red one, which at the very least is a lot closer. I'm building up quite a sequence here, starting with yellow, and now we have blue, and now green, and now we're going to red. Let's see. It seems to help if you stand in the direction where the light is coming from, otherwise you can't see where you're shining it, which, you know, makes sense. So, let's take a look. Well, we didn't see any light shining out of either side, which means this had to be the wrong one. And I have a feeling that's the wrong direction. Yes. Because obviously there's nothing on that side. Now we're going back to yellow. Then we already have a yellow. We started with a yellow, but it doesn't seem to be the same one. That is actually the yellow we just passed on the way here, across the bridge. So I guess we will go that way. And hopefully this will end up in the place we needed to go eventually. Because otherwise this whole exercise is for nothing. There we go. We're not standing in between the two. Now we are. And again, no light, so not even any need to look into it. We know it's the wrong way. And that's probably pointless. You know, I have to say, either these things are more than just mirrors. Maybe they contain some photosensitive equipment that actually activates another light with an external power source, or this whole system is set up with remarkably low level of loss, which kind of seems impossible to me, but anyway. There's no way the beam would still be this bright after being bounced around so many times between all of these poles. And it seems the next one in the sequence is that purple one over there. So, at least we got this one pointed in the right direction now, and the purple one is fortunately not that far away. So let's go over there. Make sure we're standing in between the two. And this one's pointed out to sea, so that's probably not good. And it isn't. Which means we have to turn it, of course. And the next one is red, which is actually the second red one we've seen. But again, it's not the same one as the first time we saw a red one. Like with the yellow one, there are simply two of them of the same color. This one is actually right next to where we originally linked in when we were chasing Svidro. It was one of the first things we saw when we got here. Alright, we're in between. That's pointing at the sea again. I was hoping you could see the tusk. Can't really see what's on that side, because our view is being blocked. Hopefully the beam will go around it. It does! And we've reached our destination! The device in front of the door, which we can see over there. We stand here, even though we couldn't see it from the other position. Let's just hope the weather holds out. Otherwise, we will be in trouble if the sun goes away. Presumably, this would also be an impossible puzzle to do at night. But it did appear to do something with that device. Well, let's take a closer look and see what it was. It's shining a light as well, but it's not white light. Ooh, pretty. Many different colors. I guess there's a prism or something in there, breaking the light into its component colors before shining it on the buttons. It's pretty neat. We got the light from all the way over there, bouncing it between all of these different poles. Or telescopes or whatever, and then back around to the tower. And then finally over here. Making quite a tour around the island. Fortunately, like I said, it's still bright enough. Somehow. So what did that accomplish, besides making the buttons look pretty? Of course, still locked. We still don't know what order these buttons are supposed to be pushed in. Or do we? We do know that we've seen these colors before. They were on the top of the poles. And we've bounced the light between those poles in a very specific order. So maybe that order is the order in which the buttons should be pushed. So we do have the combination. Pretty clever. I guess that means that Savidro changed the combination, didn't he? Because he sabotaged the one pole that was over there. So the original order of them should have been different. Actually, wait, how does that work? Is there even anything looking at that particular pole? Because you can't see it from here. I have no idea. It seems rather impossible that that one was included in the path. I don't see how you could get to here, because none of the other poles were looking at that one either. At the broken one. There was no one that would look at two poles, which suggests that there is only one possible solution, which is this one. Oh well, I don't know. Any case, the sequence is yellow first, and then we bounced it to a blue pole, and then a green one, then a red one, another yellow one, a purple one, and then finally the red one near where we linked in. And it worked! We've got the door open. So, our final task. And it's not really red, is it? Well, there's a red light. I'm counting it. I'm still sticking by my color theory. It's just that Idana's task is so blatantly green. The other two are not really, don't really seem to follow that. And the door closes behind us, of course. What the hell's that symbol? I don't know. Doesn't look familiar. And there's the book. And by now we know how to get it, of course. We need the viewer combination for this symbol, which looks like this. So that means that this one goes over here. The second one goes down south. This one goes on the left. And that one goes over there. Okay. Should do the trick. Let's hope I got that right. I did get that right. And we've got another book. At least the book is red. It's the same symbol on the cover as on the tusk, as always. Wonder what that's supposed to be. At least the color coding thing works with the books, even if it doesn't with the lighting in the tusk. Well, let's see where this one takes us. And it takes us to, well, wherever the hell this is. Voltaic is what it was called, according to the text on the book. Looks like another island. Although I guess you can't actually see the other side of it, so maybe it's just the coast. Kind of a canyon on that side. Well, this is definitely an island. Kind of a tiny island as well. With a tower on it. Or part of a tower on it. So I wonder if it was always this high, or if it collapsed or something, or did Svidro destroy it? I don't know. It does look like a bit too extensive damage for Svidro to have done. So either it just collapsed with time, or maybe it was always that way. And looks like there's some cables there. Let's check this out up close. Cable coming from the tower. And a door in the tower. It's not really much of a tower, is it though? Structure, whatever. I like calling it a tower. What's this thing? Ah, it's our book back to Jinanen, leading back to the Tusk, as the other books also did. Well, let's see what's over here. It's a dead end, unless we want to swim. Of course, the stranger doesn't want to swim. Looks like the cable goes through the water and is then attached to that pole. Are those two poles connected though? Kind of hard to see from this angle. What the hell is that thing? It looks like a diving board. Although, probably not, because if it is a diving board, then you're just falling on the rocks there. Which presumably would be a bad thing. Still can't really tell if they're connected or not. Looks like they might not be, but I don't know. It looks like the cable goes up to the second post, but whether or not it actually connects between those two posts, it does seem to continue towards that structure in the background there. Wonder what that is. It's kind of difficult to determine from this side. Too bad we can't swim. We can, however, move forward. And it's very nice weather here too, actually. I've never been to an age, at least not in this game, where the weather was bad. Channelwood and Real Myst, I guess, had bad weather. Otherwise, it's always sunny. Well, we'll see what else we can find here in the next video.